This is a place where we are unapologetically unique, and we want to encourage you to see that you can be you. So it all starts here.
Thank you for joining us. We are the Be You Show. I'm Jen.
And I'm Sonia.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Salute. Let's end with some coffee, girl. Coffee.
Hey everyone, we're glad you found us. And first of all, we hope you have enjoyed our brand new introduction. We were excited to work with a friend who created that for us, and we are just looking forward to sharing today's show with you. We are the Be You Show, where we are unapologetically unique, and I am your host, Sonia.
And I am your co-host, Jen. And Sonia and I were just so excited. We've been patiently waiting for this intro. And that one of our friends who's near and dear to us is just starting off. And I said, please, would you be willing to do ours? And we love it. And we hope it speaks to you guys like it does us. And we hope this show does absolutely that. And today's show is going to be so much fun. I am excited about it, Sonia.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because as we come up with topics, and we've now hit the 1 month mark as well. I don't know if you realize that, Jen. It's just gone by so fast, but we have hit 1 month of being on YouTube, and we are having so much fun. And we hope that you will see that as you get to know us better and as we continue to interview more guests. And again, we're not professionals. We're just two friends having coffee and chatting. And so we don't try to be like anybody else. We're just ourselves. And so today we thought, hey, you know what? Let's kind of give our viewers and our subscribers an opportunity to hear what we have experienced in our lives. And so we thought that we would share the top 5 things that we think you might want to know or even should know. If you haven't subscribed, please just take a moment and hit that subscription and notification bell, because we don't want you to miss a single coffee time with us. And we hope that we will inspire you and encourage you, and it will just be a bright spot in your day as you watch our video. So are you ready to go with this, Jen?
Oh, I'm a ball full of energy, people. Sonia and I were laughing right before we recorded, and Sonia's like, Jen, like, seriously, you are hyped up. And right before this, real quick, Sonia, I know I'm going off topic, but every now and then that happens. I went out for a walk with my mom, and we got introduced, I did, to a few of our neighbors, and we see the storm rolling in, and we're like, oh, we'll make it back in time. No, you don't need to give us a ride. And it just started to downpour on us. I haven't laughed that hard. And I swear the rain just energized me tonight for this show. I'm so excited.
You know, and again, we don't script our shows. We are go with the flow kind of people. And even with our guests, we give them, you know, pretty much free reign to answer however they wish. And so we hope you'll just enjoy that style. So the first number 1 top that we want to share with you is our top travel experience. So Jen, think hard for a minute and share with our viewers your very top travel experience.
Okay, it's a toss-up. I'm going to be honest. And I was talking to Sonia, and I'm like, just one? I'm like, I have 2 that are right there neck and neck. But one that just completely still to this day sticks out in my mind is I grew up in a small farming town in Massachusetts. There were only 99 kids in my high school graduating class. So probably maybe around the same in 8th grade. And so for our 8th grade class trip, we were the first and the last to be able to go out of the States. And we went up to Canada, where Sonia, where you're from. And we went to Quebec, and we stayed in Old Quebec at the Chateau Frontenac, which is a beautiful castle hotel, like right on the St. Lawrence River. We went into Old Quebec, into the cathedrals, and went into restaurants, and there was a little nightclub that we got into, and we danced. It was just so much fun, and I was so proud of myself because I ordered at McDonald's my food in French. I know, like extreme little, like none of the French really stuck with me, and I was so excited. And then at one of the meals, I ended up ordering rabbit and trying rabbit for the first time. So that's a trip that just sticks out to this day of one of my favorite trips.
Just an insert, all Canadian restaurants do not have
They do
rabbit.
not all have rabbit.
Okay, a lot of rabbit. Okay.
No, exactly. They have like regular hamburgers, cheeseburgers, steak, and stuff like that. And most of the people, that's what they ordered for my trip. But me being who I am, and you'll find out later, that I'm up for trying new things. So yeah.
Okay, so you said you had a second one that was really, really close. You want to share that one?
Yeah, so the second one is 2008. I actually went to Vegas for the first time, and I actually got to experience it with my aunt, who to this day I just love. She was a world traveler. She was an entrepreneur spirit like myself, was in education, and so she brought me to Vegas big. So I thought Vegas was supposed to be this way for everyone. I got a flight into Vegas. I had a limo pick me up with a little sign that says my name. Get to the hotel, and we stayed at a gorgeous hotel on the Strip. And they're like, "Hi, Miss Jennifer, we'll take your bags for you." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And my aunt's out there, and they gave me a rose. They're like, "Enjoy your stay." I'm like, "Oh, okay." We went and saw a show there. I went and saw Blue Man Group, ate caviar, went and enjoyed myself, and it was New Year's Eve. So we got to see the fireworks, and I met a bunch of people because Sonia knows me, and you guys can pick up on it. I just have that bubbly personality that I make friends everywhere I go. So of course I make friends with people, and they all hang out with us, and it was so much fun. And to this day, it's one of those trips that I will never forget, because my aunt's like, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas." So I had a lot of firsts with her in Vegas, and it was an amazing experience.
You know what I'm going to love about this show is that, for those of you, if this is your first time watching, Jen and I have never met. We've been very good friends for almost 10 years on the internet and online, but we've never met in person. And I have a feeling like there's going to be kind of little things that we're still learning about each other, and they're coming out maybe even in today's show. Because I don't think you ever told me about that Vegas trip, but
oh my gosh, yes.
Anyways, my top travel experience actually happened for me prior to my car accident 15 years ago. I had the privilege of visiting Burkina Faso, West Africa. And I actually had gone twice. It was my second year, right after, like only within a few months of coming back from my second trip there, that my accident took place. But we had gone on a service trip where we were helping a community build a school for kids there. And it was physically challenging. And the heat was definitely hot for sure. But, it was interesting because we went over the first time, and I'd like to say we kind of went over with a typical North American mentality. We were going to help them. However, the people there really helped us, taught us so much, because what amazed me was the spirit that they had for joy and happiness, having very, very little. I mean, they lived in very small means. We got to travel to another very remote village And the chief and the people from the village kind of gathered around, and we brought them some games to play for the children, and the chief gave us a goat, and yeah, it was the most amazing travel experience I have ever had. I'm not an international traveler. That was the first time, and still might be the only time. I'm not sure. We'll see. But that was my top travel experience. So
that's one that I just learned about from you, because that one you never told me either. That
really
is amazing.
Wow. All right. So then let's move on to your top activity choice that you love.
Top activity choice that I love.
Come on now. I know this one.
Shopping.
Best. What's that?
Is it shopping?
Yes.
Shopping. Actually, Sonia and I were laughing. I do love shopping. And I love finding deals. Being a single mom, shopping to me, like, and finding amazing deals. Like, I just got this new cute coffee mug. You Are My Sunshine. It was on sale. Love Amazon. Sorry for the plug. And then, okay, so this weekend, back to school's happening for a lot of parents.
In the United States.
In the United States. And the thing is that we don't know if it's actually going back to school or if it's going to be online yet. We don't know that. And that's a whole nother Oprah we're not going to get into here. Just putting that out there. It's a sensitive topic. But we started school shopping, and I was so excited. I bought $70 worth of clothes for only $2. Woo! Coupons. I was so excited. And my daughter walked away with some cute little high heels that she's been begging. Mama, can I get some high heels? Mom, I'm old enough now for high heels. Kid's 7. I've created a monster. Sonia, haven't I?
Yeah. She's definitely a spicy little one. Yeah.
She's sassy, and maybe one of these days we'll let her pop in because she begs every time. So, Miss Sonia, Mom, can I be a part of your show? I can tell them to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. Maybe, kid. Maybe.
I think that is her favorite little phrase for sure. But I knew you were a shopper for sure. I knew you were a shopper, but that was awesome savings, by the way. That's grand.
I know, seriously. Yeah.
So my top activity choice is I do love road trips. There's just something about getting in my vehicle and driving.
Therapeutic. Come on.
Yeah. Well, we're working on that.
True.
But I live in a very remote area, so I love to travel. And when I do that, I love to go to antique shops and vintage shops and thrift stores. And I'm a vintage girl. I got my vintage mug today, so that's something about me. I would like to say I'm not a huge collectibles person. There's only certain things that I like. But I just, there's something about the history, the past that's there. You feel that vibe. You kind of wish that you could go back, and talk to people 50 years ago, 70 years ago, 100 years ago. So that's probably my top activity choice. Like, really, if I need to be creative or have some energy, that's what I will do. So,
which I absolutely love, that cute little vintage table that you scored just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. I know, my new table. So, okay.
All right.
Here we go. This one's pretty quick and easy, though. And I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a few people that agree with this one. Your top dessert choice.
Oh, for me, hands down, cheesecake. Thank God there's no Cheesecake Factory here in my town, because, I'd be going. It's my weakness. Like, if you want to win my heart, bring me a cheesecake and, like, some fresh strawberries on top. Golden.
See, this is how I knew we were friends. We both love coffee, and my top choice was cheesecake for dessert. I mean, I like a lot of dessert, don't get me wrong, but cheesecake... Yeah, I will take it with strawberries. I will take it with chocolate. I will take it with caramel. Oh,
salted caramel. Ooh, yeah, girl.
All right. So we'll put that one on our first when we first get to sit down for a real coffee. We'll have to make sure they have cheesecake on the menu.
Coffee and cheesecake. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Moving on. Here's a good one. Share with us your top musical.
Ooh, okay. I was introduced to them at a young age. So I have one that I've seen on Broadway and one that I just love and love and love. And I've watched it a million times. But I'm going to have to say Phantom of the Opera is one of my favorites. I have quite a few, but Phantom of the Opera is one that just sticks out in my head. Mm-hmm. That was a good one.
So I am I almost said I'm old. I'm an old timer, going back to my vintage. So for those who know me personally, especially like my family and some of my closer friends will say they will know this about me. But my favorite musical is Calamity Jane. Ooh. Starring Doris Day. And don't ask me why. I mean, I watched it first and it there's something just about how she finds who she is. She grows as she's a roughneck woman and, something about falling in love in there too. But I mean, it was more like real personal development and growth to me. And I was mesmerized by that movie literally over 20 years ago. And I have yet to ever find it on DVD. I seriously have 2 copies on old VHS.
Okay, so I never want to lose one. You know what to do. We got to get it to Sonia like ASAP. So and you'll become her new favorite friend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'd probably cry. Okay, so that's my top musical.
Okay. Have you ever performed in any musicals, Sonia? Real quick,
not in a musical.
Okay.
So, but you do know I have done some singing on stage in my past. So
yes, you have.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay.
Well, it sneaks out every now and then.
We'll dabble more in depth later, but let's keep going. Hit me. Girl.
Okay.
Hit me.
So we have done number 1, our top travel experience. Number 2, our top activity choice. Number 3, top dessert. Number 4, top musical. And number 5, share with our viewers your top homestead location where you have lived.
This one's a tough one because I've lived in so many different places. Sonia, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to say where I grew up, my hometown, where I went to school, in Massachusetts. It's called Uxbridge, Massachusetts. It's right on the Rhode Island border. And actually, a few years after I left, they just built a new high school and everything. It's gotten a little bigger since I've gone. But I grew up on a small street. It was U-shaped. And so we did camps. We called it Camp Whittick. We did Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? That's showing my age. And throughout the town, and some of the businesses and the police and everything got involved. One of the banks was an old train station. But just having that small town feel where you actually knew your neighbors and you could go out, and when your parents yelled, "Hey, it's time to come home," you came home, or when they rang the dinner bell. It was so nice to have that that family, because that's how the neighborhood became. We became a whole family, and that saying, it takes a village. We were a village, and I hope where we're living now, my daughter will be able to experience that here in Ohio. But it was an amazing thing. And that we had so much fun on summers. We went on bike trips and everything, and rode our bikes all throughout New England, and even up in Canada. And those were memories that will last with me for a lifetime, growing up there.
It's interesting that for both of us, when we reflect on this question, it is taking us back to a time in our youth. for me, my favorite homestead location, and you, Jen, you mentioned that you've moved many times.
Yeah.
I don't even want to confess, but I have moved over 40 times in my life so far. And my favorite location would be where I spent most of my kind of youthish years, teen years, would be in the province of British Columbia. So that is on the west coast of Canada. And my favorite place was Quesnel, British Columbia. So if we have any subscribers or fans watching that are from Quesnel, please let us know or say hi, because I can remember our family lived there. My dad was very involved in the community, in the sports community, baseball. He did a lot of umpiring, coaching, hockey, church. He was given the privilege of being their citizen of the year one year, and they planted a tree. One of my favorite things was I always hung out at the hockey arena because my dad was always there. He was referee in chief. And I got to sing the national anthems on tournaments for the Quesnel Millionaires. And I remember when I turned 14 and I got to buy myself a Quesnel Millionaire sweatshirt. It was like the highlight of my life. But that area was small town, was rural, had a lot of Indigenous influence in it. And that impacted me in such a big way. And so that is my top homestead location.
I love it.
So, hey, you know what? It's kind of been fun hanging out and sharing these things with our friends.
It really, really has. And I know her and I knew some of this stuff, but I learned some new things, and I know she did too.
Yeah.
It was so fun to share our mugs with you of love. And Sonia, I had fun with this. We might have to do this again with our viewers because it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm quite sure over time they might have questions for us. And if you're watching, we would love your feedback. Please feel free to comment below here on YouTube. Send us an email at thebushow at gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love your feedback. We are looking forward to sharing the upcoming guests that we have with you. And until next time, please subscribe.
Yes, and we hold our mugs up every day. You guys know how much we love our coffee. But if you guys love us and want to have coffee with us, a great way to show your support is through our link with Buy Me a Coffee, and you guys can support our show that way. And we're going to be starting up a little surprise little coffee club here soon. So if you guys want to be a part of that, let us know.
All right, you guys, have a fabulous day. Be encouraged and be assured that you can be unapologetically unique and be you.
Salute, guys. You guys have a great one. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, Sonia.
See ya.